every guru beauty is like. Am I doing it right? Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a get ready with me video, trying out some makeup looks for my 20th birthday. Let's get started. So I always like to start out with my brows. I'm first going to comb through the brows a bit because they're beasts that must be tamed. And then I'm going to go in with the MAC Deep Dark Brunette eyebrow, like pomade little jar thing. And then I'm going to apply that with the MAC 266 to just fill in the brows. Then I like to go in with a pencil, and this is the MAC Brunette Volux brow liner. I naturally have, like, my friend likes to call them like an ombre eyebrow, so like my eyebrows are never the same color, like especially at the beginning. So for me, when I'm filling them in, I like to use the pencil at the beginning just to match how they naturally are, because to me it doesn't look normal on my face when my brows are all the same color. So after I fill in my brows, I like to go back in with concealer just to clean up the edges, because honestly, I think it just makes the brows look so much more put together. So I'm going to just take my Urban Decay Naked Skin concealer, and I actually don't apply it with the wand that it comes with because I just like to have more precision. So I actually just take like a generic thin brush from my makeup kit, and then I take the concealer off of the wand and apply it this way. And I always like to start the concealer at the highest point of the brow and then work my way down on either side to just get that kind of really natural but also very precise arch. So after my brows, I like to move on to my eyes, just in case there is fallout. I'm actually going to go back in with the Urban Decay concealer and just put that over my eyelids to form a base for my eyeshadow. Then I am going to go in and set my, ooh, aren't you cute? A little spongy, and set my eyes using the MAC blot powder. It's just like a pressed blot powder, and I use the shade Medium Dark. So let's jump right into the eyeshadow. I normally use a lot of neutrals, and so I'm gonna experiment with some colors and we'll see how it goes. First thing I'm gonna do is tape my eyelids. Okay, the first shade I'm going to go in with is, I literally don't know what this is. Moth, I think is what it's called. I'm gonna go in with the MAC 224 brush and just get this right along my crease. Oh my gosh, I love this shade. So I figured like I should probably talk about something, seeing as this is like a get ready with me video. And since we're doing a birthday makeup look, I thought I would talk to you about my birthday. I don't fully know what's going on, so I know that there's an event and I know that it's a surprise, but I don't know what we're doing, if that makes sense. Also, I'm going to go in with texture now and use the MAC 217. So my friend Tess said that she's planning something, and I know somewhat of like some of my friends that are gonna be there. A lot of my friends have already headed back to college, which is kind of sad, but yeah, I'm excited. I've never had like a surprise thing planned for me. Here comes the fun part, I think. I'm actually going to go in with this pink, and I am terrified because it's so bright. It is called Free to Be. I hope I'm free to screw up. And my idea was to kind of take this shade on both sides of the eye and leave the middle of the lid open for a more shimmery, lighter shade to kind of break it up. So I'm actually gonna go in with a somewhat darker shade, and this one is called Cranberry. And I'm just, where's my angled brush? I'm just gonna go in with this and kind of get that V on the corner of my eye. And then I'm just gonna complete the outside with Foley? Foley? One of those two. Whatever letter, you know, you feel like you resonate most with, just pick that one. I think one of the reasons that this tape is not sticking is because I'm sweating. That happens to me a lot when I'm in shows. As soon as I start to sweat, like, my microphone starts coming off, everything. That was probably way too much information for you. I just want to brighten up the eye, like I mentioned earlier, and so I'm going to use Iced. Who comes up with these names? I don't, Just, Iced. Again, pick the letter that resonates most with you. These aren't brand spanking new, so some of the letters have kind of faded away on me. I think I may actually have to go in with that pink shade again and get the inner corner because it's kind of covering everything in its wake, which is a good problem to have. So yeah, I'm going to go back in with Free to Be. Now I'm just going to line my eyes using the Maybelline Master Precise Skinny Gel Pencil. And this is just a drugstore eyeliner, but ended up just being in love with how easily it rolled on. Moving on to face, I'm going to prime my face with the MAC Prep and Prime primer. I am hopefully going to accomplish kind of a dewy, glowy, bronzy look, if you can be all three. So I'm going to go in with the MAC Strobe Cream, and this is also very hydrating, so I'm looking forward to that. Literally, I've only been using MAC products so far. I promise you there are other products coming that are not MAC. Just for this look, all of the MAC stuff kind of went together. I'm using the Studio Fix liquid foundation in NW18. Just gonna apply that with a little kabuki brush. I'm just gonna go in with my beauty blender and blend in any excess foundation. Every time I do my foundation with the strobe cream underneath, I can automatically tell right after I put it on, it's just not as cakey. It doesn't seem like your face is a paper plate. Like, it's just gives you so much more just like natural glow, and I love it. I wanted to do a cream contour first before setting it with powder. So I'm just gonna use the L'Oreal True Match. It's just a drugstore brand that I feel like lays really nicely on my skin, and it's cheap. I'm just applying this as a beauty blender just to kind of get that on there evenly, because I know I'm gonna come back and make a bolder statement with my contouring palettes and brushes. And I'm going to go back in, again, Urban Decay concealer. And then I'm just going to bake for a little bit under my eyes. The other day, I just got distracted with the rest of my face and baked way too long, or had too much. Oh, by the way, I'm using the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I either put way too much powder on it or baked it for far too long because I went to a bonfire that night and my makeup had been on like all day. So obviously it's fading a bit. But my under the eyes were the one thing that were staying like so intact. So then it just looked like awkward. It looked like I was wearing like a Halloween mask because they were really white. While I have the translucent powder out, I'm just going to kind of put it over my whole face to kind of seal that foundation and cream contour in place. Now I'm going to go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit. Since I used kind of more pinky shades in my eyes, along with those neutral browns, I'm actually going to take the bronze shade and a little bit of the purplish shade in here, and I'm just gonna mix them together a little bit. I've done it in the past and it's worked well, and it just kind of gives you a more rosy glow type thing rather than just like straight brown. So let's hope it works again. Oh my gosh, I swear I have brush hairs everywhere. I'm itching out of my mind. Now I'm going to go in with just a matte bronzer to kind of just touch up the rest of the face. So now I'm just going to go under the eyes and under the contouring with the NYX HD finishing powder, just to kind of re-highlight those spots, make them a little bit lighter. Now I'm going to go in with the MAC Warm Soul blush, and I just kind of picked this one because it was a very nice, kind of had the same tones we were going with, warm, glowy. I think a lot of people avoid blush. They just do like the contour and highlight. But me personally, I feel like it just makes it such a more natural look. And my friend told me, you know, if you could teach me one thing about makeup, it would be make sure you always put a little blush on your nose. Again, we're just avoiding that paper plate look. A gift from us to you. So I'm going to go in with the NARS Albatross highlighter, and just apply it with a fan brush, just elevate those cheekbones a little bit. And I'm actually going to take a bit of this Albatross and go underneath my brow bone. Alrighty, so now I'm going to kind of finish up the eyes, go back with that Free to Be shade. If I can find my brush that I used for it. Then I'm just gonna go under my lash line. Again with the Cranberry shade, just to get that little bit darker. I didn't go with the darkest shade just because I didn't want to get like raccoon eyes, but just something to lead up to that wing a bit. This Albatross has been working for me all day. Why not add a little more in the corners? Am I right? Oh yes. So now I am going to go do my lashes with just the CoverGirl Lash Blast Fusion, and I will be right back. Alrighty, so lashes are done, and if you want to know how I get such long natural lashes, check out my last video, plug, plug, plug. And now we're just going to finish up with a somewhat neutral, glowy, peachy, bronzy, pinky, summery-y lip. I am going to go in with the Subculture lip liner from MAC, which really needs to be sharpened. And then I'm just going to go in with the Neutrogena Moisture Smooth Color Stick because I love how hydrating it is. All right, I think I'm going to use the Pure Delight gloss. That's the shade. Oh, it matches pretty well. I just went around the lip area again with that Laura Mercier translucent powder to just kind of pick up anything that shouldn't be there. And the good thing is if you do get any on your lips, it's translucent, so you'll never see it. And then I am just going to set the whole face with the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. So this is the finalized, finished, complete birthday look for tomorrow, and I'm actually really happy with how it turned out. Again, if you have been watching since the beginning, you know how nervous I was to go in with shades like this, and I don't normally do a lot of color on my eyes, but I was really happy of how it turned out and the consistency throughout my face. If you liked this video, if you like this makeup look, please give it a big thumbs up, and if you are not already subscribed, please do that and join in the family. Thank you guys so much for watching. It means the world to me, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.